All right, let's get into it. The episode kicks off with Enjin driving towards the cleaner's headquarters. He pulls up and everyone steps out of the car. Enjin formally welcomes Rudo to their base of operations, the cleaner's headquarters. Enjin introduces Rudo to their receptionist, a woman named Semu. As Rudo approaches her, Semu subtly lunges forward with a fork. It's not an attack on Rudo, though. She's expertly taking out the flies buzzing around his head. With the flies dispatched, Semu tells Rudo she's pleased to finally meet him. She explains that Enjin had already told her all about Rudo, including where he came from. However, Semu is keen to witness Rudo's power with her own eyes. Semu then places her hands on her glasses, and Enjin explains to Rudo that her glasses are actually her vital instrument. He reveals that with them, Semu can perceive the hidden potential within any person. Hearing this, Rudo wonders if all vital instruments can be used in such unique ways. Semu activates her glasses, focusing her gaze on Rudo. Whatever she sees, however, leaves her completely stunned. Noticing her reaction, Enjin asks Semu what she discovered about the boy. Semu explains that Rudo possesses a natural athleticism, meaning he doesn't require basic physical training. Furthermore, he has an incredibly strong synchronization with his vital instrument. While he can't control its power effectively yet, she believes that with practice, he'll be able to master it. Enjin seems surprised. Is that all? Nothing else? He asks. Semu confirms that's the extent of her reading. Satisfied, Enjin thanks her for the assessment. After this, he tells her that he is taking Rudo to meet the boss. In the next scene, Enjin tells Rudo that the base is filled with cleaners and asks if he'd like to meet some of them. Enjin remarks that there shouldn't be too many around at this time, but as soon as he opens the gate, they're met with a large crowd of cleaners. There are dozens of them, and some even look identical. Seeing the crowd, Enjin quickly closes the door saying, "Whoa, that's a lot of them, we'll meet them later." In the next scene, Enjin and Rudo are standing outside the boss's room. Rudo starts to enter the room on his own, but Enjin holds him back for a moment. Enjin tells Rudo, "I know you're going to ask the boss how to get back to the sphere." But Enjin reminds him again that in this world, information isn't free. If Rudo wants answers, he'll have to earn them by working. Enjin then advises Rudo not to ask the boss any questions about his vital instrument. No one in the entire headquarters knows the nature of the boss's vital instruments or the extent of his powers, yet every cleaner there follows him without question. Rudo prepares himself and opens the door to the boss's room, only to find it empty. Semu appears behind them, explaining that she forgot to mention the boss is out on business and might not be back for a while. Enjin turns to Rudo and says, "Looks like the boss isn't here." Rudo replies that he had already figured that out and asks what their next move is. Enjin asks Semu if she knows when the boss will return, but she has no idea. Enjin figures they'll probably have to wait. Just then, Rio appears and suggests, "Why don't you guys come watch me work?" She points out that Rudo can't officially join the cleaners until the boss returns, so in the meantime, he should learn from them. Rio gets very close to Rudo, telling him there's a lot she wants to find out about him. In the next scene, Semu briefs them on a new mission. A city located near a polluted zone is having trouble. Small trash beasts have been appearing near the city's barricade, and they need to be cleared out to ensure the residents' safety. Rudo asks Semu to explain what a polluted zone is. Semu turns to Enjin, asking, "You didn't tell him what a polluted zone is?" Enjin says he called it a dumping area to make it easier for Rudo to understand. Semu tells Rudo she'll fill him in on the details later. For now, she explains that this place, the ground, is divided into safe zones that can support human life. Alongside these are polluted zones, which are essentially massive trash heaps. These zones are where the trash beasts live. The place where Rudo was first discovered was one such polluted zone, known as the No Man's Land. Currently, there are 6 No Man's Lands, and they are incredibly dangerous places. Trash beasts roam freely there, causing significant problems for the givers. Rudo was extremely lucky that Enjin found him when he did. Semu asks Enjin, what was he doing there anyway? Enjin casually replies that he was just taking a stroll. Semu then warns that if they go there, they must wear a gas mask, handing one to Rudo. She explains breathing the air in those zones for too long can cause a severe, dangerous illness. No one can survive there for more than 15 minutes without a mask. The scene shifts to a group of cleaners, including Rio and Rudo, preparing for the mission. Rio tells Rudo that it's a simple job, but he should still pay close attention. Rudo reflects on his time in the sphere, never imagining that humans could live in the pit below. He wonders if the people of the sphere even know, and if they do, why they continue to cast people down. Rudo remarks that this polluted zone seems like a treasure trove. He then asks Rio who the other people with him are. Rio explains that they are also cleaners, but they're known as supporters. They don't have special powers, but they provide crucial assistance. Just then, a supporter approaches Rudo, extends his hand, and says, "It's a pleasure to meet you," squeezing Rudo's hand with immense strength. Rio informs Rudo that the man is strong enough to rip the outer shell off a trash beast with his bare hands. Rudo thinks that even if it's an easy job, he'll watch and learn. Suddenly, a horde of trash beasts appears. Seeing them, Rudo is shocked and asks Rio if they have to fight all of them, reminding her she said the job would be easy. Rio tells Rudo not to worry, as this type of trash beast is very weak and slow. The trash beasts begin ramming the barricade but are unable to break through. Rio tells Rudo this is a perfect learning opportunity for him and that he's lucky to be here. Rudo thinks compared to the trash beasts he fought before, these do seem much weaker. But then a moment later, different, more formidable types of trash beasts emerge and begin to smash through the barricade. Rudo exclaims that these look far more dangerous than the others, and just then the entire barricade shatters under the assault. Rio, however, remains calm, telling Rudo not to worry because this new version is only slightly stronger than the last. Rudo points out their overwhelming numbers. Rio responds that if they finish them quickly, they can head home sooner. She then asks Rudo his favorite food, promising him a party to celebrate him joining the cleaners. Rudo is still tense, but Rio explains that to survive on the ground as a cleaner, he must always remain calm. Hearing this, Rudo agrees, noting that Enjin is always composed. He resolves to stay calm as well. But as a barricade completely collapses, the sight sends him to a verge of a panic attack, though he fights to keep his composure. Rio, on the other hand, is completely exhilarated and eager to take on the massive trash beast. She takes out her vital instrument, a pair of scissors. In front of her stands an enormous trash beast. Rio prepares for battle as the creature charges her. She throws her scissors into the air and they transform, upgrading into a larger, more powerful weapon. Rio skillfully wields the giant scissors with her feet. With a single sweeping motion, she slices through dozens of trash beasts, destroying them instantly. Rudo is stunned by the display of power. The supporter explains to Rudo that Rio's vital instruments are her scissors, and that she uniquely wields them with her feet. Meanwhile, Rio continues to cut down trash beasts one after another. Rudo observes their strategy. The supporters disable the trash beast first, then toss him to the givers, who deliver the final blow. He realizes this is the cleaner's coordinated method of combat. Soon, all the smaller trash beasts are eliminated, leaving only the giant one.
The supporters ask Rio for help with the remaining stragglers. Suddenly, a trash beast ambushes a supporter. But before the creature can land a fatal blow, Rudo intervenes to protect them. Rudo declares that if he wants information, he must become a cleaner, and he refuses to be a burden on anyone. He channels his power, and the rod in his hand contorts into a strange new shape. Rudo is confused, unsure of how he even did it. His new weapon doesn't seem to help much, and the trash beast is about to attack him again, but Rio arrives just in time, finishing it off. She tells Rudo that his decision to step forward and protect the supporter was impressive. The supporters thank both Rio and Rudo. Rio notes that she struck the large trash beast multiple times, but it didn't go down, which she finds strange. She says she can still defeat it though. A supporter remarks that the creature seems to be a new type and that they should report it. With that, they leave. Rio heads off to confront the last trash beast, while Rudo watches from a distance. Rio unleashes a flurry of attacks, but they seem to have no effect. Then she notices something glowing from within the creature's body. The scene cuts to the trash beast thrashing about wildly, slamming its head on the ground. The next moment, it turns and charges toward Rudo. He's knocked off his feet and is about to fall into a chasm, but a supporter swoops in and saves him. The supporter carries Rudo on his back as he runs to safety. He tells Rudo that if he has a goal, he must work hard to achieve it, and that he should learn from the dedication of the supporters. Rudo looks back and sees Rio still locked in battle with the beast. In a flash, Rio uses her vital instrument to extract the glowing object from inside the trash beast. With its power source removed, the creature finally collapses, defeated. In the next scene, Rio is holding the object she recovered. She tells the supporter and Rudo that this was likely what was powering the beast. The supporter recognizes it as a vital instrument, but is baffled, wondering what a vital instrument was doing inside a trash beast. After this, the scene shifts to the man Rudo had fought earlier. He regains consciousness, finding himself in a dark room. Sitting on a sofa in front of him is another man shrouded in shadows. The figure asks him, "You said you saw Spherite. Where is he? Tell me." And on that cliffhanger, the episode comes to a close.